Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show helps raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts, those who want more out of life, those who want to do more, those who want to be more, those who love the thrill, the joy, and the connection of what these high performance engines bring into our lives. Because holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Man, today we're going to be talking about how we need to use, or not how we need to, but we definitely, it's like a boost to our life when we use motorsport targets to help us thrive in life, to help our life thrive, to help us level up, to help us do more and be more, right? To set goals, to push harder, and to earn more fucking money, right? And so this is all about leveraging your passion for motorsports to be able to, drive your ambition, to be able to drive your discipline, and to be able to really drive your financial success in life. Because if you ask a non-motorsport person about motorsport, they'll be like, oh, whatever, why you spend so much money on that? But they don't realize the correlation when you are a motorsport person and you use your motorsports to help you evolve, to help you create more drive, to help you create more discipline, to help you have more ambition. It really takes things to the next level, right? It's about creating the drive behind the drive. This passion that we have can literally fuel our hustle, right? You see, setting clear motorsport targets can transform not just your garage, but your entire life, my friend. This literally makes you work harder, it makes you strategize smarter, and as a result, it helps you earn more money. You see, motorsport goals are powerful drivers if you know how to use them. And for men like us who love motorsports, goals tied to racing or building cars aren't just hobbies. They're literally obsessions that provide deep motivation and deep in drive, intuition to become the best version of ourselves. It's all about like the intrinsic reward, right? About achieving a motorsport goal, like buying, let's say, you want to buy some new race tires, or maybe you want to attend a track event, or maybe you want to complete your motorsport build project, right? Well, that provides a rush that taps into our primal need for challenge and victory. And so, through trial and error, what I've learned is that when you tie your life goals to something you're wildly passionate about, your procrastination dies and your drive takes over. I've done this several times. I've used my motorsport hobbies, my passions, to drive my business side of life and skyrocket and take things to the next level, and it fucking works, right? But it all starts with establishing clear motorsport targets. You see, you want to set smart goals, and smart meaning goals that are specific, goals that are measurable, goals that are achievable, goals that are relevant, and goals that are time bound. For example, let's say that I want to save $6,000 in the next 6 months so that I can finish my car, so that I can take my car to the racetrack, and so I can race my buddies, and hopefully I can beat my fucking buddies, right? And so this works because it has a clear goals like that I've established. And what happens is that those clear goals, they create urgency and they help me focus on what needs to get done. And so you also want to make sure that you create um, tier goals, right? And tier goals, what I mean by this is that you have short term, you have midterm, and then you have long term goals, right? And so for short term goals, they can be, for example, like weekly or monthly tasks that you need to hit so that you can align yourself with hitting your midterm goals, right? Midterm goals are like seasonal goals, or better yet, let's say quarterly goals, right? And I like to use the quarterly example because it gives us 4 chances throughout the year to really make sure that we're on track to hitting the long-term goals. And so you have short-term goals that are weekly or monthly goals. And then we have our midterm goals or quarterly goals, let's just say, and we have 4 chances throughout the year to course correct, right? And then we have our long-term goals, which are like our lifestyle goals, right? And so these are goals that like will take a lot more than a couple months. It'll take more than a year to hit this shit, right? And many times our long-term goals are measured in increments of more than 1 year, like measured in increments of like 5 or even 10 years, right? And so what you can do is that you can add fuel to your fire by doing visualization exercises. I do this all the time, and it fucking works because you put yourself in the moment of how you would feel, what would be going on, how your life would be changed, how your life would have evolved when you embrace that goal that you're after. How would it literally change you? How would it feel to be in that same moment? Let's say in that car ripping it. How would the engine sound? How would the engine feel? How would the wind sound? Like how would it feel like roaring those gears? How would it feel making a pull? How would it, like all these scenarios, bring it to life and imagine it, vividly imagine it, right? So what you want to do is you want to literally picture yourself achieving each goal that you set for yourself. You want to feel the adrenaline. You want to embrace the pride that you're going to have once you hit that goal. And I want you to feel the reward. Like I want you to imagine your shit. I want you to imagine your future in this moment, right? Doing the thing that you set out to achieve. All this mental rehearsal that we're talking about, all these feelings that I want you to embrace, all this tricking your mind to feel the thing that you're after will keep you driven. Right? The reason why I'm telling you to do this is because the mind cannot tell the difference between something that we vividly imagine and something that you experience for real. It literally cannot tell the difference, right? And so use motorsport targets to drive harder in life. Use them towards your financial hustle. Use them towards your professional growth. And use them with your time management so you could do more, be more, and accomplish more with the time you have. With your financial hustle, you can use, like, let's say, a new engine swap, for example, to push yourself to take on things to the next level. Let's say you could push yourself because you want a new engine swap for your ride. Maybe you want to upgrade the engine. Maybe you want to build more, whatever it is. This is just an example. And so you use that scenario to, for example, to take on extra projects. Maybe you want to take on some freelance work. Maybe you want to embrace a side hustle. Maybe you want to take a part-time. Maybe you want to put extra hours at work. Whatever it is, use, the engine swap, for example, as a way to be more driven and to work more and to create more dough for your pockets, right? And so know that your car doesn't care about your excuses, right? If you want that upgrade, you need to fucking earn it, right? And so with your professional growth, you can use your motorsport passion to really stay disciplined in your career. This is what works for me. I've done this. I remember, man, the last time I was building a high-rise residential project, man, I was when I was building my Turbo Camaro. And I used the goals for building my Turbo Camaro hand in hand with building the high-rise residential project. And I finished my Turbo Camaro before we finished the residential high-rise project. It was literally took things to the next level. And so another example that you can use is like, let's say, because you want to take things to the next level, you're going to go ahead and tie your professional, your professional being to this financial goal that you want to set. So let's say, I'm going to close 3 more deals this month so that I can fund my racing budget, for example, right? It's just a fucking example that I threw out there. But how can you grind more so that you can elevate your motorsport passions, right? And so with time management, what you can do is you can prioritize your goals by cutting out the time wasters in your life. For example, like, man, fucking less Netflix and more garage time. Or, man, we all fucking victims to scrolling, right, on social media. So maybe you can do less scrolling and maybe you can focus on more selling, on doing more activities that bring you money. You see, motorsport goals, they build your character and they fucking build your resilience, right? They help you with the discipline and they give you grit. And I say this because motorsport requires you to have preparation. Motorsport requires you to have patience. Motorsports require you to practice, right? And preparation, patience, and practice are life skills that transfer to your career and to your personal life. If you can wrench for hours or shave seconds of your lifetime, then you can definitely grind through business challenges, my friend. I want you to be able to learn from your failures, because failures are only failures if you don't learn anything. If you do, then they become lessons in your toolbox of life. For example, let's say you had a blown engine, right? Or you lost a race in your last event. Well, this teaches you to adapt. It teaches you to rebuild. And then it teaches you to come back fucking stronger. Therefore, every setback in the garage really prepares you for comebacks in life. And then you can also turn your passion into profits. And the way you do this is by embracing on a side hustle. Or maybe you can take on new business ideas. Or maybe you can put in more work, and take on some more hours at work, right? Literally start monetizing what you do in order to create yourself um, more income avenues for your motorsport projects. Or maybe even you can have some motorsport skills that you have and monetize those motorsport skills, right? Whether it could be detailing cars, maybe you could be coaching newbies on their entering the game, maybe you could be flipping parts, maybe you could be tuning cars, maybe you even or you could do creating motorsport content, for example, right? Man, these are all ways that you can use your passion for motorsports to help you fund the sport. Like, man, I have a good friend and a guy who started a YouTube channel documenting his builds, right? And now sponsors pay him for the parts, right? Or another example is that, or tuning. Like, this is work for me. Like, man, I learned tuning for my own cars, and the reason why I learned to tune is because I got tired of paying for tuning, and a couple times I had to tow my truck to the tuner's house who lived far away, and I got tired of that. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna go learn this shit on my own, right? And I learned it to tune my own cars. But little by little, other dudes started fucking being interested in what I did because they started seeing, my turbo truck and how I was doing that and how I was evolving. I tuned friends' cars, and then that should evolve. But now what I do is I tune a car or a truck every couple of weeks as a side hustle, and it has extra income to my pockets. And what I do is I use that extra income to fund my motorsport hobbies, right? Um, can't fund it all, but it definitely helps, right? But this is why it's important for you to invest in yourself, and not only yourself, but to invest in the gear that you have, so that potentially you can use it to make more money. Because the better that you perform at work, the more that you can invest in your motorsport passions, and vice versa, right? Invest in your skills just like you invest in your car, my friend, right? You see, both are high performance machines. So today, I want you to define your motorsport goal. What is it, right? Like, what is something motorsport related that you want to achieve? What is a target that you want to hit, right? I want you to really just write down, right? And I always say write down because it just creates, you put it into existence, right? Yeah, I'm a big fan of putting in my cell phone notes, but when you actually write it down and you physically put it down on paper, you create this merge of like what you're really putting out there, right? And so write down one motorsport goal that you have, right? And also one life or financial goal that supports this motorsport goal. So maybe it could be that I want to save $1,000 this month, right? And then what you could do is then decide what motorsport upgrade those $1,000 will fund. And so you're literally tying your motorsport passions to fucking your grind, to go and hustle, to go make more money so that you can fund your motorsport passion. And the crazy thing is, as you grind more, as you evolve more, as you become a better person, a better man, and you're bringing in more income, not only can you fund your motorsport projects more, but you start making more money and you elevate your family status. You elevate where you take them to. You elevate how vacations you're gonna take. You elevate what kind of fucking house you can buy. You elevate where just your baseline of what you do in society, right? And so decide what motorsport goal you're going to have, and then one life and financial goal that supports that, right? Remember, every lap that you run and every part that you upgrade is powered by your hustle, my friend. Drive hard in life so that you can drive fast on the track. Motorsport goals don't just build better cars, they build better men. If you want to thrive in life, set targets that make you feel alive, my brother. Now go out there and make this shit fucking happen. Let's fucking go. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level up is the mission that God has tasked us with. Join me on this journey while we empower people to do more and to be more. If you haven't subscribed yet, man, go ahead and smash that button so you never miss another episode. And if you connected with today's message, if you resonated with today's message, If it hits you home, man, do me a favor and share this on your story and make sure that you tag me at Wide Open Randy, because those are the actions that help more gearheads like us to see and hear about this podcast. And ultimately, that's how our community grows. Catch up with you on the next episode. But till then, live your life wide open, my friend. Peace.